Collective, welcome to the channel. It's October 24th, 2025. I did just open this window in the hopes that I can avoid the fire alarm going off again today. Let's tap right in, see what storyline spirit would like to share with us. Collective energy, please, spirit. Collective energy. Storyline for the collective, please, spirit. Storyline for the collective. Storyline for the collective. The rain's really coming down. All right, in the central energy. In the central energy. Nine of Pentacles. Coming into the fruits of your labor. You've got your independence. You're free of those who had you bound. In the challenge position. Ooh, in the challenge position, we have the truth. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. You might want to be cutting some folks out of your life. In the subconscious. The devil. Freaking devil wants your stuff. In the recent past. Four of Wands. There's a homecoming. Now, the divine was talking about the prodigal son. See? And so there's a prodigal son and a daughter as well that has been resurrected and led back into an ascension. Some folks are pretty upset about that. These devilish folks are real upset about that. Hope, intentions and expectations. Woo! Ten of Cups. Darling, it's divine love. That's what you call total love and support. You betcha. You betcha. In the near future. We've got the Two of Swords. Difficult decisions are being made. You may have your guard up. Trying to avoid somebody or something. The lens is being looked through. Well, this came out and then it flipped into the reverse. Yeah, that's really smoking now. Ooh, yeah. Good thing I opened that door or window. Oh, this is nice. Oh, this is nice. That's real nice. So anyway, we got the Nine of Swords and it came out in the reverse. We'll have to get more clarification on that. It's like you're avoiding something. You could be avoiding somebody that's in a nightmare trying to reach out to you. Maybe you're releasing them in the environment. Chariot. Forward movement. You're going places. You're leaving. I keep hoping I'm going to wake up in a different place, but I keep having to go to work at the same old place. Hopes and fears. Woo! It did it! Even with the window open. Everything's a little more sensitive these days, it seems. All right. Hopes and fears. We've got teamwork. Sorry about that, everybody. And the outgoing energy. Temperance in the reverse. Somebody's out of balance. Freaking alarms going off. There's been some trouble brewing. Alrighty then. So we got temperance in the reverse. Somebody is out of balance. Overindulging. They might be doing drugs or something because they're in regret over this failure. Alarms going off. We've got charity. Yeah, there's charity. So you got some charity. You're being very generous here. With your healing energy. With your healing energy. Yep. We've got Queen of Pentacles working real hard here. She could be supporting somebody who's working real hard. Making a little investment on this manifestation. This manifestation of a completion of this cycle. And it's leaving somebody in a failure, in a defeat. So, but what they're doing here is they're trying to reach out to you with the hope of teamwork, but it doesn't look like that's going to pan out. Nine of Pentacles. You got a life of luxury coming to you, and you got some thieves. They are atrocious beings for sure. They want your stuff. This devil here. This devil is all up in your business, wanting your stuff. Well, we've got Guardian. So your Nine of Pentacles is protected. You are protected here, and give it time. So everything in divine timing. You've got this beautiful life of luxury, the fruits of your labor. It's protected, and give it time. Everything in divine timing. We've got the truth here with the Ace of Swords. Could be that this devilish energy is being cut out of your life, removed. We got caution. So there could be a new conflict. There could be a new conflict because you got this devil right here wanting to bring forward a new conflict. You've got the truth is out here, and they're like they want to shut you up. They want to stop you thinking. They want to stop you talking, like they did last time. As they are, with what we've come to expect is just brutalization. You know, unfortunately for them, their magic isn't working, so they're gonna create conflict. We have an environment which a president which has just stated he's gonna go out and start KILLing people without due process. So use caution, because there's this knife, this new conflict. And you've got the devil right here. So find out more information. Oh, the devil is gonna move on. Well, we got surgery. So you've got surgery. You're finding out information. You're not overworking yourself. You're speaking the truth. You're cutting things out of your life. This devil needs to move on. You're protected here. Give it time. You've got the Four of Wands here. So there is a homecoming. This could have been in the astral or the 5D or some other D. Take it as it resonates. Woo! Oh, we got love spell. So in the recent past, in the environment, in the territory, people were doing all kinds of love spells, trying to tap into this Ten of Pentacles. This Ten of Cups. Narcissist. So we got a narcissist in the recent past doing love spells. They're trying to get this divine love, this Ten of Cups union here. They're a narcissist. You could have your boundaries up. You might just be completely shielding yourself, weighing your options, avoiding this freaking narcissist who's trying to make you love them with magic, manipulation. F up your mind and make you think you actually want them. Oh yeah. Because this narcissist loves reality, you know. Divorce? Freaking divorce. Yeah, turd ball. So they're reaching out. They want to try to avoid this nightmare. They want to reach out because you're in your chariot. You're walking away. Oh, they're reaching out. They want to get on your freaking chariot is what they want to do. You're being stalked by a freaking narcissist doing love spells. They've been divorced out of the energy here in the near future. They're upset because they got some kind of inner turmoil going on because they have to repeat a cycle. We've got just pull it. We've got chariot and confused sexuality. We got a bunch of adults out there that just don't know what the hell they want when it comes to sexuality. Confused. You got the Three of Pentacles here. A collaboration. See, that's the thing. They were allowed in to collaborate, and then they flipped and twisted and did forbidden shit to really hurt people and steal from people because they were permitted presence in the energy. Now they got to move on. They got to get out of here. There's a departure for confused sexuality. Hopes and fears. We have the Three of Pentacles. Liar. So there's a power of three that's sitting here lying. They're a bunch of liars. They're hoping to collaborate, but they're a liar. We got the Temperance in the reverse. So they are addicted to you. Addicted, they're imbalanced, and they're in the Five of Cups energy. They have failed, their disappointment and regret. They're a liar. They have lost. They have lost a commitment. And they're in temperance reversed energy. Because they're no longer attached to you. You were the one that was carrying the freaking chaos of this narcissist while they ran around like they were whoo-hoo, you know? Look! Someone else. They took a gamble with you. They gambled with you. And now your intuition is saying no to this crap you got going on here, because you've got a gold digger trying to communicate regarding date night. See, with this stupid love spell. Because they have to travel soon. They got to get out of Dodge. There's a Chariot right here in the environment for these confused sexuality folks. They need your charity. They need your charity, but they're not not worthy of it. They're not worthy of it. They're not worthy of being anywhere near your energy. They hate you. They want to compete with you. They want what you have, but they want you to go away. And so you're saying, because you survived, you're saying, hey, look, just get out of my energy, devil. Just move on down the freaking road, because you're not taking part of my, there's a change here happening in the Arcana. These ones were addicted to creating drama and competing with people. But you are here defending the Evermores, your forever love from this religious person or people who want your body. They want to assume your identity. You're steady and you're stable. You know both sides of this story. You can see very clearly regarding the work that these entertainers do to martyr people, and you're bringing attention to that here and now. It's very important. These could be important people that are here and now. Horse playing around as is, like pretending that they are somebody that they're not. An absent father. Might be an absent driver, like anybody who's been driving the minds of the people are going away, because love is going to step into its purpose. It is here in its purpose because it has survived the hardship that these brutalizers placed upon it. This devil wanted to compete with love, right? The devil is all about lust, and a whole bunch of people got involved in that, and they didn't give a crap what hole they stuck their appendage in. They just did not care. Dime a freaking dozen. Quantity, not quality, is all about these guys. Everything's a lie. They like those cheap throwaways. So you are the Nine of Pentacles. You're getting a life of luxury. It is protected. Give it time. And we've got as is. You may be accepting things as they are. You are accepted as you are. You're just going with the flow. Accepting things as they are. Being patient. The truth is out here. There could be some sort of conflict, some sort of surgery, some sort of cutting things out. We've got caution, find out more information, and shine. So find out more information about the shine, like the truth. It could be you're exposing the truth regarding the information that has been happening to the shining ones. It says, don't overwork yourself. and find out more information. So it's like you may have been doing your research on those people who are shining ones, and you are exposing that truth. This devil here has to move on. You're no longer available. This is the end of their relationship with batteries. And that's exactly what they saw you as. You with vital force, with the life in you. They saw you as a battery. They need to move on from your love. You are not available for this devil any longer. In the past, we've got the Four of Wands. Everybody was bewitching everybody, doing love spells, jerking off, orgy magic, laying it on some innocent person, hoping that you could come into their energy and then flip and copycat them so you could take their house or whatever. Freaking complicated, very, very, what do they call that? Sophisticated thieves who are actually whores, and they practice forbidden magic on innocent people who don't do magic. So they were bewitching everybody with this stupid magic, and we've got time. Let's look up time. What does time say? It's time. It's too soon. Time waits for no one, and it won't wait for you. Time waits for no one, and it's not waiting for them. So, their love spell isn't working. This narcissist had the intention of getting a 10 of Cups union, but the time is not waiting for them. Like, we're moving forward into this a new chapter, and time is not waiting for them. They don't have any time. Like, their love spells aren't working. They're hoping, this narcissist is hoping they can get a 10 of Cups union, but what are they going to get, Spirit? Whoa, okay. Wise guy. So wise guy, freaking narcissist. Too full of themselves, doing love spells, trying to get themselves a 10 of Cups union. Molesting somebody's mind in the hopes that they can molest their body and their energy and their life and then take all their stuff. Wise guy. You're avoiding that wise guy and we've got divorce and body. Experiencing a breakup. Like, somebody could be losing their body. They could get divorced out of their body. But let's read what body says. The soul's container. The soul's container is the body. They're getting divorced. They're experiencing a breakup out of their body. Yeah, they're getting divorced out of their body. Because you got your guard up. You got your guard up. You know this narcissist is out here doing love spells. Time is not waiting for them. They had the hopes of getting this 10 of Cups union. They're still reaching out. They're trying real hard to get a relationship because they have to repeat a cycle. This one's ending and they have to repeat another one, or a new one's beginning. Everybody's getting a new beginning here. And we've got service. Somebody's having inner turmoil over this cycle of you being of service. You were that way in the last cycle too. You poured out in the spirit. You were pouring out onto these people, while in the 3D, they were being very abusive. Taking everything from you. Even that which you didn't want to give, they stole rudely. These third-party freaking astral projection, energy harvesting. We got departure for confused sexuality. And the backstory. So they're looking at the history of this, and they're going to go away. They're going to get in that chariot and they're going to leave. We've got the 3 of Pentacles here. Somebody wants to collaborate. This is a collaboration that lied about you. You collaborated with somebody, this team of people who decided to betray you and lie about you. Yeah, because they wanted to compete with you. And there was no competition. This was men confused about their sexuality who decided that they were going to F you up, shining woman who actually loves, because they wanted your thing here. But time's not waiting for anybody, and they can they can go freaking fly a kite. They're out of alignment. They're going to extremes. These are a bunch of addicts. Freaking unstable POSs. Disappointed because they failed to get a commitment with you. Or they're disappointed about a commitment that you have with somebody else. Martyr. They're disappointed and in regret because they were committed to martyring you. Martyring their mate. Their loved ones. The people that they got a marriage contract with, they would freaking betray them in the worst freaking way. And they have no business at all in anybody's energy. This little liar, confused about their sexuality, have been raping and pillaging the mothers and her children for a long time. Look at those pride boys, thinking they're so freaking great. I can't stand them. We have optimism and we have invisible. Like they're no longer able to see you, and we've got congratulations. We've got a visitation by the snake to this religious person regarding haunting innocent children or innocent others. You were able to preserve yourself. You're an arcana. You lived through the brutality of these sexually confused masculines trying to martyr you. And they've been doing it to everybody that they ever get a relationship with. They're sickening. There's going to be a change in this drama. Those who are addicted to your energy and effing everything over for you are going to go in the grave. There's an appearance here of justice, the law of cause and effect. You're probably going to start seeing the results of it. Somebody's been watching. They've been gaining a perception of you. And we've got promise, spiritual throne. This witch in this tribe has been playing around with you, and you've got defense for the evermore and your status of privilege. You are you, and you didn't do anything and you're not doing anything, but you've got these jackwagons trying to spy on your location because you are creative and you are a leader. And these vain people are getting disconnected out of your world because they're a bunch of freaking lying, brutalizer, jackwagon masculines wishing they could be you, divine feminine, and they hate you because they can't. No matter how many freaking surgeries they get done, they will never be the mother. They're afraid. Freaking chicken. because you maintained your peace and you have expectation of this thing, or there's expectation of peace in the home. You are being remembered. You're being remembered as a daughter of a shining one. In the history, they've said that you're a daughter of the lion. And you got some little jackwagon out here wanting to freaking copycat you, a masculine. A narcissistic masculine, wise guy. They're about ready to get divorced out of their body. They could be getting divorced out of a body of a system. Fired. They could get fired for being such a little scrumpet, or for eating all the crumpets. Freaking crumpet thief. Where's my tea? All right, so you got the Nine of Pentacles, a life of luxury, which is protected. Give it time, everything in divine timing. Accept it just the way that it is. We've got crazy drama. So we got some crazy drama. You're accepting things as they are. And we've got a whole bunch of crazy drama here. The truth is being spilt here. You're finding out more information about the shine. Or maybe others are finding out more information regarding somebody who shines. There could be a new conflict, or there's a surgery. This devil's getting cut out of the life of those who shine. And we got caution. Find out more information. We want to make sure there's no mistakes. We've got tired. You're tired and you deserve a break from this malarkey. You got all these masculines, men, who, you know, they're supposed to protect, but they've been pouring forth all of their energy to try to destroy their mother, destroy the mother. I don't see any reason why they should be in that man suit, especially because it's made in the image of God. And they've been using the hands, the voice, the phallus to brutalize people. So this devil is being told to move on from love because they made it very, very hard for the shining ones that were here to help them. Done. No more diamonds for you, devil. Because, so in the recent past, we've got the Four of Wands. There is a homecoming coming on, and we've got somebody out there doing love spells, but time waits for no one. They want forgiveness. Oh, they want to convince you that they didn't mean to hurt you, but they've spent centuries recycling you through lifetime after lifetime. Oh, they've loved very much being the authority in your life. They're the winner. You're just a dime a dozen little broad. They don't give a shit about you. Obviously, they don't give a crap about anybody. Having anxiety. So their intention was to get this Ten of Cups union. This is a narcissistic wise guy. They're having some anxiety because there's some difficult decisions being made. They want to avoid a divorce from their body, whether it be a body of flesh or an organization. Distant. Far, far away. They're going to go far, far away. They're getting divorced out of your energy, and it looks like their body is going to go far away. Wherever that is. I don't know. They're going to get transported somewhere. We've got the Nine of Swords in the reverse. They're trying to reach out. This cycle is over, and another one begins for service. And their cup is empty. Like, you're not going to be serving them. They will not be getting any service from you. They tried to exterminate your family. They thought they had. When you popped up, they were confused. They thought you were a myth because you were supposed to be exterminated long, long ago. But God found you and lifted you out of that, resurrected you, and then led you back into an ascension. And here you are, telling everything. Telling. Daddy! The bad men got me, Daddy. And they lied. So now there's a departure for these confused masculines of the history of the last realm. They got to get in that chariot and get the hell gone. We've got escape in the reverse. They can't escape it. They can't escape the past. And they're not going to be able to use love as an escape. They need to get in that chariot, these confused masculines about their sexuality in the history, and they need to go. They're not going to escape this bullshit that they've been placing on everybody. This is a power of three little group, clique, whatever, of liars who've been in competition with you for your life of luxury, you beautiful, shining woman. And this is ending. This competition is ending with these liars. They can just go. Wherever God tells you to go, go. And don't ever come back. We've got temperance in the reverse. These are a bunch of alcoholic addicts, sex addicts, probably diseased, especially of the mind. They're so screwed up in the head. They want to be a woman so bad, and they never can be, and they hate her for it. They want what she has, so they've been going out and getting marriages only so that they can martyr them. Now they're in regret. They broke all of their promises. Every promise that they ever made, they martyred these beautiful people that were in their life to improve their life. They decided to betray them, hurt them, crush them. And now they're crying. They need your mercy. They're grieving over the many flames that they played these games with. I don't have any pity for them. None. Because they're childish people who caused struggle for so many people. They ruined people's lives. They have no honor. They have no care. They have no ethics, morality. They're confused about their sexuality. They're out there having sex with whoever, probably animals too, because they're screwed up in their freaking mental body. They have no idea who they are. And they're mad at everybody. They're blind. They got caught up in a blind spot. They're found guilty of doing that. Everything they built on the energy of these sexual encounters is crumbling, as it should. These freaking vampiric energy harvesting, confused sexuality, masculine liars doing witchcraft, narcissistic wise guys trying to screw up people's lives with these stupid love spells that they don't deserve this connection. They don't deserve to be in that man suit. They're unable to tangle them or free themselves from this tangled web that they themselves created, and they're going to have to stay there alone. They're reaching out, trying to connect to love, but love doesn't want anything to do with these rat bastards. They need an exit plan. They got to face it. They lost. And they're stuck in the dark side, drowning in the piss puddle that others probably peed for them out of fear. So let them go drown in the piss puddles that they caused to happen in this world. Let it be their own. I don't give a crap. All right, let me calm down. Men are supposed to be protective. And I came across a freaking meme from years ago. Like, what's it like to argue with a gay man? And it would be like, arguing with a man who is pretending that it's a woman. I'll tell you, those are the biggest bitches ever. These guys are the biggest bitches ever. I have never heard more complaining or more whining than I ever heard than from these kind of brutal masculines competing with a woman, whining about their poor little lives not matching up with their expectations. They go and they lie about everybody, they ruin people's lives, and they have fun doing it. They think they're freaking clever. You can probably tell that I dislike them as much as they dislike me. I'm not talking talking about two-spirited folks. I'm talking about these rat bastards who have rejected what God gave them. And they decided to go and brutalize the mother figures in this world and take from them what God gave them because they weren't satisfied with what God gave them. They don't want to be a husband. Sorry, I'm getting really pissed off. It's ending. We're going into happiness. There's a whole lot of crazy drama in this happiness. Maybe you're happy about crazy drama, or maybe it's the happiness that got you out of that crazy drama because you were peaceful, you maintained a happy state, and you got a lot of crazy drama going on here, but just stay calm, be happy, don't get yourself all in a mess over these masculines who want to, RAPE you and then get you in South Node so they can stick all their nasty karmic debt on you. Put on your clothes and then pretend they are you and then live in your house. What they do with these martyrs, they martyr them. They put them in another dimensional reality. I've been there, and they planned this for me. So I went to this place in the other realm, and it was a brothel. And there were teenage girls there having to sexually serve multiple men at the same time. And they were trying to get me to meet their madam, which was a man in a dress. And he says, "Oh, I'll meet her later," right? Thinking that they were going to martyr me and trap me in this brothel. They still do. They run around calling people prostitutes all the damn time because this is their modus operandi. We got the truth here. You're finding out more information about those who shine. You're tired and you deserve a break right now. And you are successful. You know that there is no greater goal than to love. The devil is being told to move on by love. Move on from love. You made it too hard for these shining ones to live, and now you just got to get out of the energy. No more love for you, devil. No more love for you, you little jackwagons. We're here in our purpose, and we're gonna fulfill it. And you're no longer able to delay the purpose of shining diamonds, suns and stars, those who are here to uplift the world with your nasty, sexually confused bullshit, liar. They got to do a freaking love spell just to have anybody be nice to them because they're so putrid on the inside. Time waits for nobody. They want forgiveness, and I certainly don't have none for them. I don't care. Because these ones did so many terrible things to the woman, to the teenage girl, the virgin, and the little boys. I have nothing for them. Nothing. Nothing. Adversity. They want forgiveness for bringing adversity. Time waits for nothing, for no one. We've got a 10 of Cups divine love here, but you've got this narcissistic wise guy having anxiety. They don't know what you're going to do next. They keep trying to push in on the energy like they have a right to be there. And it's like, just they got these magical means to astral project and to actually go into other people's houses and spy on them while they're taking a crap or a bath or wandering around naked or whatever. They're just standing there laughing and joking, cracking jokes and being cruel. Well, if she exercises, she'll be more appealing to you. This curator is looking for a buyer so bad. He does not have the right. This dude is insane. He's insane. So you got a prideful, wise guy, narcissist, having anxiety because you're balanced. They're having anxiety because you're balanced. You're restoring balance. A perfect harmony into the world is what you're bringing, and they're having anxiety about it because you got divine love restoring balance, and now they're trying to avoid a divorce of the body. They're going to have, there's a body, whatever this body is. They're weighing their options. They're experiencing a breakup. They're getting divorced out of love's energy, and their body will be moving far, far away. This person is not trustworthy. They're not connected to source. They don't have the inner voice, not of God. They're here reaching out for you. One cycle ends, another one begins, and the services will not be filling their cup. Their cup is going to remain empty. Their services are empty. Service and empty. Their cup is not going to be full. Their cup will not be full by you. You will no longer serve them or give them anything. They will no longer be able to live in your house. You will no longer have to make sure that they have food or clothes or money. You will no longer have to be responsible for their happiness or their butthurt little feelings about not being you. Childish, immature brutalizers, and they have no business being in that body because they're whacked in the freaking cabeza, and the body's got too many muscles, man. Children and women are vulnerable to these children, these freaking whacked out, loco in the cabeza masculines, confused about their sexuality, lying about everything, doing love spells to try to get a sexual encounter with somebody that they want to martyr. They're just running around out here looking for a target that they can unalive. This is premeditated red rum all the freaking way, and it's been going on for centuries. Premeditated red rum is what they have been offering with their stupid ass commitments. They martyr every single one of them and break every single promise because to them it's nothing more than money. They're a prostitute. They're a freaking prostitute, thief. They have nothing to offer anybody except bad energy, black energy, chaos. There's no competition. There's brutality and theft by a freaking mentally deranged, sexually confused liar, supposed masculine, pissed off that he can't be a woman. And if this isn't your story, don't take this as your story. I am, like I said, I respect our two-spirited people. Most people are. But then you got these whacked in the cabeza freaking locos out there causing chaos and unaliving everybody for money. Death. Death. So they're reaching out to you. There's deep-seated fears here. The one cycle is ending and another is beginning. And their services, their cup is going to be empty. Regarding services, their cup is going to be empty and it's over. You are done filling their cup. Their cup will remain empty. There's a chariot here for those who are confused about their sexuality in the backstory. There's no escape for these ones. They will not be graduating this challenge. They didn't even do anything other than hurt other people. They didn't add any value to their soul. They weren't good people. They weren't caring people. Patience, everything happens in divine order, and it could be because of your patience. We've got this team of witches or warlocks doing love spells on everybody, trying to tap into a 10 of freaking cups and a 9 of pentacles. We got doubt. So this group, this party of 3 or whatever, these liars are being real sneaky with this competition, but that's ending and they're having doubt. They're having doubt. They're having addicts, temperance in the reverse. They're probably doing drugs and stuff. They have failed. They're very disappointed. And they're in regret over this commitment to martyring people, to breaking their promises, to being irresponsible brutalizers of those who actually liked them enough to commit to them. Somebody who trusted them. These untrustworthy little pricks. Abundance. So they did it all to strip the abundance out of them. They broke their promises. They did it all to strip the abundance out of them. Somebody who loved them. Somebody who cared enough to get married to them. And then they turn around and freaking flip and copycat them and break their promise and stick them into a freaking hellhole for their abundance, draining them of their happiness, of their energy, of their spiritual inheritance and gifts. These are the lowest forms of life ever. Animals are better than these people. These people don't even like their own kids. You imagine a world where relationships are here to serve the higher good, to be of service to the collective, do something worthwhile. You're denying the services to these people anymore. You're no longer giving it to them. You have gifts of the soul that benefit yourself and others, and these people need to surrender. They need to control them. You've got your freedom here. They don't know what to do because you persevered through their bullshit, and now they're in regret and want your forgiveness, and there's no forgiveness. There isn't any. It's the unthinkable. It's the unforgivable. That's the honest truth. You were grateful, thankful, probably very happy to be in this commitment, and you got these jackos out there who didn't give a shit from day one. They targeted you with this freaking love spell, with the full-on intention of sacrificing you. I can't imagine that God, who is a masculine, would be very happy with these idiots running around in a man suit, destroying the reputation of masculinity regarding the care and the protection of the mother and child. There's no forgiveness as far as I'm concerned. Maybe God, I don't know what God's going to do. They better hope God has freaking mercy for them, because I find no value here. I wouldn't even put this in my compost heap. Absolutely not. And some of these masculines accuse feminines of being man-haters. And it's not that at all. It's not man-haters. These are men who are pissed off that they're not the woman. And they want to unalive her and take all of her abundance because they want to be a woman. And they want the woman's things. And that's all it's ever been. God blesses the woman, and the masculine shining ones, and then you've got these confused sexuality lying sacks of crap who are premeditated red rummers of many, 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 many people in this world, running around free. The law can't touch them or whatever, because what? Because they're special? Guilty. These ones were trying to put happiness into a rabbit hole. They were guilty of creating crazy drama for peaceful, happy people. And they're still out there doing it. which is why you got to give it time. Because right now, we've got leaders out there that have flat out said they're going to go out and start unaliving people. Mass. They're gonna say that they are this, and they're just gonna unalive them without any proof or investigation or anything. Simple accusation of a mentally deranged individual with far too much access to far too much power. The truth is out. You're finding out more information regarding this shine. Somebody needs to use caution here. Yeah, you're tired. You deserve a break. You are successful. You're successfully escaped. You have successfully escaped this narcissist, and they're so mad. This devil's got to move on. You're not available. It's over, because they made it very, very hard for love to fulfill its purpose by martyring them and putting them in lustful, hateful, suffering states. See, they call it competition, but they've been generating war with children and mothers and virgins. It's not competition, man. It's full on freaking war. And they want to sit there and, you should pay attention to my feelings. Oh, fucking, excuse my language. I'm sorry. There's nothing worse than a whining little bitch crying and wanting the sympathy of the feminine that they want to stick a knife in. They're good little actors, but they're liars. They're nothing but liars. Nothing but liars. They're feeling your absence. You're going to be absent. You're in your purpose and you're absent from these ones. Whoo! I do not like rat little bastards who astral project into my home and then draw my energy off like they have a right to it. Yeah, I'm angry. Over 2 decades, I've been attacked and abused by these ones. So there's a homecoming, and these little jackasses are doing love spells, but time waits for no one, and now they want forgiveness for all the adversity. They're feeling broken and shattered about this, but guess what? Those who have survived your attempt to unalive them, your lifetime of brutality, nobody cares about your stupid, butthurt feelings, liar. You got a 10 of Cups divine love coming up, a life of luxury, and you got these narcissistic wise guys right up your ass, which is right where they want to be. These prideful, anxiety-ridden bullshit artists are confused because you still balance. I mean, you may express your disdain for these ones, your disgust. And I suppose I should apologize, but I listen to these ones all freaking day long, every single day, talk about the feminine, the divine feminine, as though she's nothing more than a prostitute. This curator is going out, collecting a posse of these pieces of shit, trying to find a buyer, trying to get rid of this feminine that God has a covenant with and has promised a life of luxury and eternal love to. They're not men. They're not men. They cannot be called men. They are not men. They're not. They're entities. They're parasites in a flesh suit. And their only purpose that they have here is to fuck everything and then kill it. Their values are all about money. They're untrustworthy. And you got these little jackasses out there saying, oh, I'm going to give it to charity. Well, you know what? Dude, you're the worst freaking liar. Your magic's not working. You cannot get people to love you because your magic isn't working anymore. You've lost your what did they call you? They called you dried up. You're dried up, man. The only thing you have left are guns and actual getting your hands dirty with the bloody mess of this killing that you want to do in the world. You're mad at God because God has a covenant with a woman, and he's offered her eternal love, and you're not getting it, and you're pissed off, and you say if he doesn't give her back so that you can have her power and her energy to fuel your stupid illusions, that you're gonna blow up the freaking world. I have no doubt that you will. It's my hope that you get taken out, because that's not right, man. It's not right to just go KILLing people without proper investigation. It's criminal. Seen. There's a whole lot of criminal activity that has not been seen, but now it's all seen, right? Because the war has already been fought in the astral, and now it's got to be done here. So your cup is empty. We've got death here. Death to services. You will not be getting it anymore, and somebody is gossiping about this. And yeah, there's a whole lot of things happening right now. People are trying to spin it as, uncovering the truth. But no, man, it's hiding the truth. It's digging up the truth so that it can be destroyed, so that it can't be brought to light. So there's a chariot here waiting for those who are sexually confused. These masculines here. There's a backstory, and they're not going to escape this backstory. Everything happens in divine order. We got a new chapter here. You're not going to escape. This power of three, this team of liars that have been competing is ending now. This competition is ending. They're having doubt. Every ounce of energy that these jackos took from me, I want it back. And I want every single thing that they ever created off of my energy to collapse and go back to Mother Earth. I want it freaking leveled. Because I certainly don't want to live in the house that they've been effing their boyfriends in, putting all that nasty energy in. Just freaking demolish it. They have nothing to offer. Look, they have doubt. You're irreplaceable. You are irreplaceable. The way you love cannot be matched, and they've lost you. They wanted to martyr you into suffering and keep you in a suffering state forever so that they could harvest your abundance over and over and over again while you suffered. You lay there alone, and you got all these masculines coming in, RAPE-ing you energetically, and they're laughing. Pleasure, pleasure, pleasure. Oh, it's the greatest thing, going and raping a woman as we're sitting here invisible. We can just bust into her house and have relations with her whenever we want because we're invisible and she can't stop us. You're so foul. Worse than animals. Worse than the freaking animals. I don't know what you are, but you're not a man. You're not a man. It's too late for them to take any action. We've got time. And up here we got time again. Time waits for no one. They were martyring people who actually loved them and wanted to build with them, who cared about their existence. And if they're like me, they don't give a crap about your existence anymore. In fact, you could just cease to be. Cease to be. Passion Project is getting detached from all committed soul contracts. They sabotaged their soul ties. Every single soul tie that they got here, they martyred it to suck the life out of it. And now they're in regret because they did not appreciate the beauty that they murdered. The truth is revealed about these third-party, egotistical pieces of crap. They were unsatisfied with your love. And yet they want to fix a connection. The reflection is running in the shadows. So they could be running from the shadows or running in the shadows. They neglected you so bad. And yet still you are reunited and coming together in a responsible destiny. Eternal love is what God has given you. And these other ones are being held back because of the damage that they caused. They've been found unworthy. All getting up in your space. They made mistakes. This is an unexpected outcome. They made mistakes. They lied. They're full of dishonesty. They lied about somebody who loves themselves. Somebody who wanted to love them. Never. God said, never again. You will never give it back. Never will you give it back. These ones will never, ever, 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 ever receive the grace that the mother provided again. Ever. Nope. Never. You know, it's one thing to go ahead. I mean, hey, love who you want to love. But when you go out there and you do love spells on divine feminines with the intention of martyring them, then you're trash, man. You're nothing but the worst form of trash. I would not even put you in my compost heap. Never would I do it. So foul. Family. These ones are guilty of putting your whole family in a freaking rabbit hole. And that's the thing I heard Divine Feminine say to the courts. That they tried to exterminate her family and she no longer wishes to provide them with services. And she won't. The truth has been revealed here. She's cutting things out. She's finding out more information. She's not overworking herself. She's telling the truth. She's shining bright. She deserves a break from this crap. She knows there's no greater goal than to love, and she has a successful escape from this. She has escaped the fate of being bound to them. The devil is being told to move on because they made life very, very difficult for love. They made their purpose very, very difficult, and now they're going to be absent. They fell into a trap. They got to go away. The devil needs to move on. They fell into a trap. Go away. So they were doing a love spell, trying to get into your territory. Time waits for no one. They want forgiveness. They didn't mean to hurt you. They want forgiveness for the adversity. They're feeling broken and shattered. And I, personally, you can tell, I don't give a crap. I do not give a crap. I've been listening to the vulgarity of these ones for over 20 years. Talking about how tough they are. And talking about all the foul things they're going to do to the woman. They're talking about painful extractions of energy. I have no respect for them whatsoever. Vow. They're feeling broken and shattered about a vow. You got a vow here, a 10 of Cups vow. And they brought adversity to it. They may have even had a vow with you. Not anymore. See? They had the intention that they were going to get this. They were going to get your 10 of Cups by sticking you in a freaking hellhole. They were going to be able to lift their copycat up and take your 10 of Cups. This is a narcissist wise guy, and they're confused. They're prideful. They're having anxiety. They're confused about your balance. Your guard is up. Your guard is up. You're avoiding these people like a plague, and they're getting divorced out of the body, or they're experiencing a breakup, or you're letting them out of your body. This narcissist wise guy is confused because there's a divorce. They don't get access to 10 of Cups anymore. They don't get access to 9 of Pentacles. They're really getting a divorce. They might be getting a divorce out of their actual flesh temple. They're going away. They're going to be far away. They're not trustworthy. Their values are all about money, and they're lost. They're experiencing loss. They're experiencing loss. These ones are trying to destroy evidences. We've got, yeah, so they're having a bunch of inner turmoil because a new cycle is beginning and services are dead for them. Their cup will remain empty. People are talking about it. They're not going to get shit from you. They're overloaded, overwhelmed. People are talking about it. The divine stated that they should have loved you for who you were. A beautiful, shining light that only wanted to improve their life, and they decided to take your life and give you eternal suffering. They really worked hard to make it happen, but they failed. So now they got to get in that damn chariot, these sexually confused masculines, and they got to get out. There's a backstory here. They're not going to escape it. Everything happens in divine order. We got a new chapter arriving, and they will not be receiving services. Nope. And they're frightened. They're paranoid. They're freaking paranoid. Because they're a bunch of liars working as a power of 3 in competition, which is ending. And now they're in doubt because you're irreplaceable. They can't replace you. Well, guess what? Go become what it is you wanted so desperately to be, man. And try to do it without destroying everything. Go add value to your soul without destroying somebody. See if you can do that. Because I don't see it. All I see is lies, sneaky Pete's, nasty Jacks. Yeah, you're irreplaceable. They cannot replace you, and this is the conclusion of this. You're coming into the fruits of your labor. It could be that this is the conclusion of their gain. They will not receive gain any longer. They're in a temperance reversed energy. They're suffering a bunch of addictions. They failed. They're in regret about commitment to martyr you. They broke all their promises for people who they had a commitment with. They did it to extract the abundance, and now it's too late for them to take any action. It's time. What's it time for, Spirit? It's time for them to get rejected because you have reached your goals and triumphed over the adversity of these nasty freaking Jacks. Woman haters, thieves, premeditated red rummers, nasty Jacks laughing all the freaking way to the freaking bank. They strategized against the gift with conflict. They wanted to hurt you. They created danger for good, moral humans who earned a lot of merit, limitless, abundant beings who only wanted to love them and share their wealth. They decided to get rid of them and take the wealth because they're so nasty. Third wheel, freaking nasty. But you stayed peaceful while they attempted to rob you, which led you to reach your goals. Your imagination is good. You've got vital force. Your energy is good. Your mental is healthy. These ones want to apologize to you because you're a high value person and they separated you out and confined you, and now it's coming back to them. You know why? Because they're in a nightmare now. The nightmare that they put you through, your alliances are now putting them through. They deserve every single bit of it. Because of the work that they did, wearing masks, trying to destroy your reputation, using your energy to spill the blood of innocents, being a whore, wearing the mask, pretending to be you so that they could destroy your purity. So now they're worried. They're worried about this blessing that is you, because justice is on the schedule. Justice is happening here for eternal love, for these marriages. Why? Because they were cast away. They were abandoned. They were psychically, mentally fucked with, bad, bullied hard. And these cursed. These ones collaborated to curse them with sickness. And they're so mad that you're alive and that you're getting a blessing. They're so mad that they drove you into doing things that you would not have necessarily chosen for yourself. And they're angry that God forgave you. Because God knows it was a manipulation. A manipulation that you stayed peaceful in. They were trying to drive you into malice, into vengeance, and you just, sang the song of patience? Decided to do a little dance in the living room? Because you care about family. And those people, they overindulged in doing magic on you. They overdid it. They did so much magic on you, it broke. It stopped working. And then God came back and said, aha, I see what you did there. I'm going to mirror it all back to you. All this overindulgence with this magic, oh yeah, it's coming back to you. All this loneliness, this sickness, this death magic, it's all coming back to you. And now they want to compromise. Wait, because you persevered. But there's evidence of everything they did, and there's death here. The sentence is death for the history. And God said the need for vengeance is in the history, and He's going to deliver it. And He's going to lift you out of this mess, because you lived and learned about what these networks of people were doing to the minds of people. This natural disaster that these explosions that were going off in the people's minds. You brought forward that knowledge, which stops it. It brings it to a stop. That's it. Well, guys, I'm sorry. I got a little passionate there now. Okay? So, because I did, let me just reiterate, okay? The majority of people in this world are two-spirited people. I'm a two-spirited person. I've been alone most of my life, so while I'm a feminine, I carry a lot of masculine energy because I've had to be the head of my own household and take care of myself, because I was not allowed a family. I was not allowed a husband. I was not allowed children. I was not allowed a family. I was only allowed to be alone and to manage myself well, and I did my best. So anyway, while I have the highest regard for two-spirited people, which most people are, these ones who are confused about their sexuality and they go around hurting people with their magic and they lie about it, it's like there's nothing honorable about a liar who is sexually confused and going out there doing love spells on people and tapping that and tagging that and then stealing from them, when they would have willingly shared all of it with them. They stole it from them and then hurt them. That's what's got me angry. Not the fact that they want to love each other. That doesn't bother me at all. What bothers me is the fact that they want that, but they want to go destroy me or you so that they can take your happiness and your freaking table, your house, your whatever. They wanted what you have. They wanted your peace, and they didn't give a crap. Even though you tried to love them, it's like the more you try to love them, the more they hate you. These narcissistic wise guys competing with a woman. There's no competition. It's straight up brutality, man. I don't give a shit if you're wearing a dress. You're still a man, and you shouldn't be beating up on a woman. You're supposed to be a protector. But instead, you're a brutalizing whore, thief, with a complete disregard for God, whose image you're supposedly made in. And you're lying about everything. You're doing drugs. You probably got STDs, and you're projecting that stuff onto innocent people in the astral. You're projecting and transferring your shit onto innocent people. And the bad thing about it is these people are trying to love you, man. That's what's got me so upset. These people are trying to love you. And all you got is jealousy and envy and this rage, this freaking whacked out need to go punish the mother. I'm probably going to get a whole lot of hate for the way that I expressed myself on this video, and that's just the way that it is. I've got 22 years of psychic rape done by these ones. 22 years. And now they want to red rum me because I'm speaking about their nastiness and their bullshit, their worthlessness. And if this isn't your story, please don't make it fit, because I'm not talking to you if you're not this. They should have loved you for who you are. You gave them everything. You poured everything out for them while they were hurting you. And they're still not happy. So, they're going to have to move on. Okay? Because this is a death to their services. They're no longer going to be served by the divine feminine. The mother has disowned them.